This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob, and we are counting down our top 22 games of 2022. What a year it's been. It's been probably one of the best years for games ever. And here we are with our top 10. Now, you're not going to see some of these coming for sure. These are a little bit different, but this is me, you know, and it's my list. I try not to do, follow the same, hey, well, they think this is the great. These are things that I played throughout this year that just blew me away. And starting with this one, which gets Indie Game of the Year as far as I'm concerned, it is Marching Order. Fantastically priced. They just do a fantastic... Crumbling Keep games. You're going to want to go to crumblingkeep.com/marching order. You could play this co-op. You could play it solo. This is an old school 1980 feel RPG in a box, and you are either going to do well or you are going to burn in effigy. And that's the best way I could put this game. It is just something special, along with everything else on this list. But this game here blew me away. There's an expansion out there. There's tons of replayability. I really love this game, and I have a great time with it. And it is number 10 for the year for me. And it gets Indie Game of the Year. At number 9 is a game from our friends over at Flying Pig Games. These guys just... when you talk about quality, Herman Luttman getting behind something, his love for the Civil War, A Fearful Sacrifice is just through the roof. Using some of the mechanics that he's used before, a map that is just, you cannot picture it until you see it laid out on the table. Civil War done at its best, true to every little detail is there. But the thing that makes this game so great is anybody that's not even a war gamer can just pick up and play this game after learning in about 10 minutes, and you are off and running. It is a good, simple, yet rewarding and strategic experience. And A Fearful Sacrifice is just one of those games that is just absolutely fantastic. At number 8 is ISS Vanguard. I got this in November, and this really took and hit Stars of Karos right in the jaw and knocked it down the list some. Both of them are fantastic experiences, but this game is just top quality miniatures, top quality components, top of the line everything. Awakening Realms really hits it out of the park with this. I think this is just fantastic. If you haven't played this, you need to get your hands on it if you can. There's more coming. This is just the first wave of it, and I was just blown away by what I got, and I've enjoyed it very much. And it's just been a lot of fun. It's one of those games that when I'm done playing, I'm thinking about the game for the next 6 hours, wondering, oh, well, if I did this, if I did that. The playbook is unbelievable. Smart dice movement and utilization. Just a fantastic game. At number 7 is a game that I absolutely adore. This game hits all the buttons for people. First of all, it's easy to paint. It does. It's a game that you can quickly get painted. We did painting video on it, and I believe there's another one coming soon. But it is Dark Souls, Tomb of Giants. This is the one that I got. There is another one out there that I'm sure is fantastic. You can't lose on either one of these. It's not flooded with miniatures, but it's flooded with great gameplay. They made some improvements on the rules to make it a little bit easier on you, because this is a brutal, unforgiving game, just like the video game. And I think that's what makes this works, is how unforgiving it can be. It really does a great job. At number 6 is a game that I consider my space adventure game of the year, and that is D100 Space. Martin Knight is probably one of the smartest people I've ever met. D100 Dungeon is I consider one of the greatest solo games ever made, as far as dungeon crawls, RPGs. It overtook a few things, because he just continues to grow it. He has ideas that never stop. It's not adding supplements to things as much as it is adding gameplay to it. And he took all these things and he put it into D100 and gave me that science fiction experience that I wanted with D100 Dungeon. And he gave it to me in spades. And I think we all won from it. If you haven't tried this out, go to Drive-Thru RPG. This is one of the best games that you will ever play. I promise you that, and you will enjoy it. If you're somebody that likes to play solo, and with today's climate and everything like that, it's tough to find a good group. D100 Space is there for you, and in spades. I highly suggest this game. At number 5 is a game I recently got, and has recently come out, and has been very long awaited, and that is the follow-up to Gloomhaven, and it is Frosthaven. And boy, does this deliver. It's not more of the same. There's seasons. There's the town that you have to build. You're trying to get resources so you can build and protect this town from the onslaught. And it's the miniatures, the quality, the amount of components that you get. Thousands of hours of gameplay. It's just one of those special games. And if you were able to get one, I'm telling you, you're going to love it. When it comes to retail next year, make sure you get one. I'm sure this will be on people's Game of the Year list for 2022 as well as 2023, when people can get this retail. I enjoy painting it. I enjoy doing anything I do with it. Just a great game. At number 4, this game I consider one of my war games of the year, along with A Fearful Sacrifice, and that is Undaunted Stalingrad. Undaunted was a game I never thought you could do better with. I thought it was right there. It did everything that it could do, and then Stalingrad comes out and just does so much more by by taking things and just with the little tweaks, by not eliminating units, but they actually carry over into the next scenario, having this type of legacy feel to it that'll never play the same twice. Undaunted Stalingrad, along with all the beautiful tiles, and there's just so much there, and it is just, Trevor Benjamin, David Thompson, some of the smartest people out there, making some great games. This, A Fearful Sacrifice, war games of the year for me. And there were a lot of great things. There's so many GMT games out there that were fantastic. These two I just couldn't choose. This is the first time I've just been split down the middle with something, but these two both take War Game of the Year from me. At number 3, Richard Launius is one of the most brilliant guys I've ever met, and a very good and dear friend. I am not a big racing fan, not anymore at least. Once Tony Stewart hung it up, I was kind of like, oh, I'm not. I don't have the interest, and it gets a little weird too. But he has taken the NASCAR theme and made this just tremendous game where it is just absolutely just fun, out of your shoes fun. You never know how things are going to end up. The race is just it goes down to the very last thing, and of course you are trying to get as much points as you can and stuff like that. And you can play campaign mode, which is fantastic, and it just hits all the things right. And I consider it one of the best race games out there. It doesn't get the press it deserves. Mr. B's Games has done a fantastic job with it. I know that Heat came out. I haven't had a chance to play it. I heard it's good, but I'm telling you right now, if you want to try a really great racing game, Thunder Rolls. Richard Launius, smart, beautiful, fantastic, down, just a great game, and it gets my racing game of the year, Thunder Rolls. And number 2, this is my sci-fi game of the year. And, these guys, anything they touch turns to gold. They are a bunch of it is one of the smartest studios. You can't get it retail. You have to go to their website. They sell everything themselves. They make everything themselves. They produce everything themselves. They're always pretty much within the target of being on time. The quality is always through the roof. You're never disappointed when you play their games. And Burncycle is at number 2 this year. This game is just blow away, tremendous. It is a stealth game in a lot of ways. It is an adventure game. It is a scenario game. It does everything just so fantastically. Trying to problem solve some of the things that you need to get done in a certain allotted time. I love this game. It was so close to just being. This was a toss-up, and I had such a tough time between this and number 1. And finally, I just really thought about it. And I'm telling you, I'm splitting hairs. This could have easily been number 1 on my list, but Burncycle is number 2. Chip Theory Games, they just keep on doing things. I can't wait to one day get Hoplomachus, Victorium. That's supposed to be really good. I'm looking forward to that. And of course, they're doing other things. Anything they do is just fantastic. At number 1, you probably figured it out by now. It's probably going to be a lot of people's number 1 because this game is just special. Made by a couple of guys that put their heart, soul, passion, everything that you can make. This is my RPG game of the year as far as I'm concerned. RPG miniature game, I guess you can call it. But my number 1 game of 2022 is Oathsworn, Into the Deep Woods. The story it tells. The story that just unfolds with this. This is not an easy game. This isn't for the faint of heart. This isn't for people that get frustrated because they don't win, because you're not going to win very much. But when you do, it is rewarding. And every action that you make affects what you do. The miniatures through the roof. The monsters, glorious. You guys out there played it, and you've gone through it. And there is just hours upon hours upon hours of greatness. And Oathsworn is my game of the year. It is just everything I wanted and hoped for. I've helped people with projects, and I couldn't wait for games to come out. And when they came out, I was like, okay. I was kind of disappointed with certain things. This is not the case, folks. Oathsworn Into the Deep Woods may be one of the best games I've played in so long. And next year when I do my top 50 of all time, it's been blown to pieces by all the stuff that has just come out on this list here. Burncycle, Oathsworn. You know, I look at Chronicles of Drungor that came out last year, a game that and they're coming out with Apocalypse soon. You know that's going to be fantastic. I just think that we are hitting our stride in board gaming. You know, if it wasn't for so much of the other nonsense that I hope will go away in 2023. And I hope people grow up a little bit, spend some time together, and because there are just so many fantastic games just from this year that can make a difference and bring people together. Bring people together. This was a fantastic year. This is probably one of the best years I've remembered in such a long time. And Oathsworn takes the cake this year. Any of these games could have easily been in the top 5 or number 1, without a doubt. I'm completely blown away by this list, and this has just been a fabulous, fantastic year. Well, everybody, that's it. I hope you had a great year. It's been a tough year for some of us, but I'm looking forward to next year and all the stuff that comes out next year and things like that. And we'll be here to do it with you together. And I appreciate all your support and love throughout the year. And we're going to do our best to bring you a very good year next year. I hope you stick with us and like and subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.